And welcome to the Inspire, Innovate, Ignite Conversations that Count. And tonight we're here talking about the topic of embody your divine feminine. So in a society where we're all constantly told what we should love and what we should hate about ourselves, we can forget that our body belongs to us. And there's little space for us to create our own narratives, express our own fears, and admire our own features. So we're going to delve into that connection that we have with, especially with our divine feminine, tonight through perhaps body awareness, self-healing, and appreciation of self, of course. So looking forward to having our wonderful panelists that we have tonight with me that will share in this joyful conversation. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves in just a moment's time as well. But I am Bex Smith, your cheerleader for change, and I'm here to host the wonderful topic because it's very passionate to myself, this topic. I have a workshop that I run specifically on this and really help both young women and women of all ages connect to their divine feminine to really embody their full, beautiful feminine self. But that's not to say that men can't do it too. So we have also somebody joining us who you probably see there, John, and he's just joining us for the conversation tonight, just listening. So won't be a panelist tonight, but maybe next time, John. So I'd like to get the panelists to start to introduce themselves, and we're going to start with Joyita. Please, if you can introduce yourself and tell us why the divine feminine is really important to you.
Thank you so much for having me here. This is my first panel discussion for 2023 and looking forward to many more in this year. My name is Joyita. I come all the way from India, and I am the tribe host for this beautiful tribe called the Child Within, where we talk about inner child healing. This is what I do for the Sacred You community. Other than that, I am a Reiki Grandmaster. I am a multimodality coach, and this is my 25th year in the light of spirituality. And I am happy to be here. So that's about me.
Excellent. All right, we'll go on to Adela, and I'll say that first question again, I think, because that's a lot to say in one. So let's stick with who you are and what you do, and we'll ask the other question later. So Adela, yes, please.
Hello, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. So thank you so much for having me. My name is Adela. I am intuitive guide. I am a healer as well, and tribe host of the Embodied Divine Feminine group. And why it's so important to me. So just a little bit of background about myself. So I am former professional dancer. So I love the healing through the movement. I'm also fashion designer, and I'm currently doing beauty consultancy. So I love the healing through the fashion and through the beauty aspects as well. So I'm really passionate about this topic, and I'm looking forward what we're going to share together. So thank you so much.
Excellent and wonderful to have you here. And I've been on a couple of panels with Adela. Well, actually one just last week in 2023. And I think Joyita and I were on a panel again the week last year too, the end of the year. And Janaki and I were also on a panel last week too. So looking at this beautiful community that we're creating and the friendships we're creating with being panelists too. So very excited to have you all here. And Janaki, can you tell us a little bit about yourself now, please?
Yes, I am an agent of change and an alchemist of well-being. I am a quantum guide, an allspark for a new start, and I help people turn on what's been turned off. I do what's called AA in a new way, where we activate alignment. And when you allow yourself to activate your inner alignment, everything in your external world becomes within alignment with you as well. And this is where we connect into our magical flow of energy of what is in alignment with you, where you attract and no longer chase. I'm very passionate. I'm a founder of I Am Journeys, and the I Am Journeys is interactivated magic, where I help people take all those perceived pieces where they've yet to love and bring them back in together into wholeness, of being home in your wholeness of your innermost being. And I have an acronym for home is Heaven on Mother Mother Earth. So helping and co-creating heaven on Mother Earth as we connect with the wholeness and fullness of who we are and being our full expression. I love empowering women, especially women and men, of being your full expression of ourselves, because so many times we've hid behind the mask of the persona of who we think others want us to be, and we're here to show up powerfully for who we are meant to be. So I am here restoring power back into love as we all remember our empowerment within ourselves.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, all of you, and joining us. And we are coming from all corners of the Mother Earth tonight too, because we do have Joyita from India and Janaki's coming from the US. We've got Adela and myself from Australia. So let us know where you're from. And also any questions too, just pop it wherever you are in the comments in the chats. I'll somehow get access to all of them and be able to share them with our panelists tonight too. So if you're curious about something related to this topic, let us know and we'll ask your questions live tonight. So let's dive into our first question, because I would really love to know, what does it mean to embody the divine feminine? So what does it mean to you? I think we'll start with Adela, to embody the divine feminine.
Thank you. So I would like to explain what actually is embodiment to me. So we have an understanding. So embodiment to me, it's a full integration on the body level. So it's not actually like coming from your head, but it's something that you do naturally. It becomes you. So talking about the divine feminine, it's the living from the heart, it's the connection to the womb, to all of those beautiful things, connection to the source as well, when you can be truly you, who you are. And also I see this aspect of creativity and the movement and fun and playfulness. So this is how I see the divine femininity, but not, I know sometimes we having this like from the mind, like, oh yeah, this is how the woman, like should look like, but this is like actually how that you truly express yourself, how you are really, and you owning it. So this is what I would say to that.
Excellent. I love that, living from the heart and the creativity piece, because I think we can all have aspects of that we really can embody, which is great that you thought about what embodiment meant to you first, and then talked about divine feminine as well. So I love the way that you put that into perspective very easily. We're going to go to Joyita now. So what does it mean to embody the divine feminine for you?
So for me, the concept of the divine feminine, it is a set of qualities which are traditionally associated with the feminine, the women. They are very sacred. They embody the higher consciousness. So they include things like intuition, nurturing, creativity, empathy, compassion, and the interconnectedness. So when we talk of nurture, like we talk of motherhood, we talk of fertility, we talk of earth. So nurturing can also refer to the ability to take care of ourselves, to take care of others, to offer them support and comfort. When we talk of being intuitive, we mean the divine feminine is linked to intuition, so which is the ability to understand or know something without conscious reasoning. It is often associated with the heart. It is associated with your emotions and with your subconscious mind. Creativity, I mean, Adela is very creative, I would say. So it is another characteristic of the divine feminine. It is ability to create something new, to bring something new into existence. Like when we also create babies, so we bring something into this world. We are also very receptive. It is the ability to absorb things, to integrate the information, experiences, and the energy. And it is for me, like, I would like to add one more thing to this, that this is important, that these characteristics are not limited only to women. They can be embodied by anyone, regardless of gender. So embracing the divine feminine can help us to connect with our own inner wisdom, regardless of our gender, creativity, and strength. And it can help to create a more harmonious and balanced world. To add to this, I belong to a culture where the divine feminine is known as Shakti, which is considered the primordial energy of the universe. So she is depicted as a goddess. Shakti means power, is depicted as a goddess and is worshipped. So to embody the divine feminine without any religious connotation, it means to recognize and honor the presence of Shakti or power within us. This involves developing a deep sense of self-awareness, connecting with one's inner power and creativity. It is also practicing selfless service to others. So by serving others with love and compassion, we can tap into the nurturing and caring qualities of the divine feminine and experience a deeper connection to the power and to Mother Earth. That's all I can say.
Is that all? Because that was a lot, and it was amazing, by the way. I love the way that you took us on the journey of the aspects, and then you really broadened out that it was about the feminine within ourselves, whether we're masculine or feminine, or in between, and also then that connection back to the Shakti, which is that power. So it's the power within, it's that power with all of those aspects. So absolutely love that, Joyita. Thank you very much. Janaki, super keen to hear from you now. So what does it mean to embody the divine feminine for you?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love so much what Adela and is it Joyita? I
Joyita,
choose
yeah.
Joyita. Excellent. Okay. I love what you both shared so much, and I so fully agree. And also, I have changed the word and spelling of embodiment, and I spell it I-N. Embodiment, because the EM is the separation of and bringing it in body, in our body. That's what embodiment is, and that's what enlightenment is too, is living in our light. And so the embodiment of our divine feminine is being in our flow of energy and trusting in our inner guidance, trusting in our heart and connection with our heart, letting our heart guide us every moment, and trusting in our inner guidance, because that is intuition, and allowing ourselves, what I have really is the cultivation of the integration of both, of letting, because the divine feminine for me is the being, our beingness, and leading with our being and allowing all the doing support who we're being. And that's what I've now have been receiving, is receiving the support of being in my divine embodiment of my feminine energy, and leading with her, and letting divine support me and guide me. And when you said of service, yes, I so fully agree. And that's actually when so much shifted in my business, is when I stopped trying to like do and pay myself through my services, and I started serving from my heart and serving my heart's highest choice. And that opened up so many portals of me receiving, because the divine feminine is in our receiving, our receptive energy, letting ourselves receive, because we have everything we require and desire. We have infinite, we can tap into infinite source information anytime of our inner wisdom, and it's allowing ourselves to receive our wisdom. And when we are in the embodiment of our divine feminine, we receive our inner wisdom, we receive our abundance, we receive prosperity, we receive. And so that is what the embodiment of divine feminine, and of course being in our nurturing and our mothering self. Matter of fact, that's what I have coming up, is an I am journey of I am my divine mother. and being the embodiment of divine mother, letting ourselves, because we're all birthed from women. We're all birthed from the divine feminine energy. And that is what brings forth, like you said, creativity and creation. And so what I have, like I said, is the integration of allowing the masculine support my divine feminine, where I'm leading with her and letting myself. And also, like you said, divine feminine is spirit, and the masculine is more body and our doing. And so letting those two integrate together. And that's what especially my recent journey, because divine feminine is such flow that we require the structure to hold all of our divine flow and in this beautiful container of consciousness. So yes.
Love that. So much juiciness in that, Janaki. I was really feeling the juiciness of that change of language, as well as that change in self, and really honoring that within ourselves. And we all do come from the mother and a mother, so it's beautiful that to be able to honor that as well. Oof, already some great conversations. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Adela, we'll go back to you for the moment, about what practices or tools that can help us deepen our connection with divine feminine, and if there's any sort of practical daily things that you could also do, perhaps.
Oh my gosh, there's so many, but I will be talking about what I experienced and what is helping me. So number one, that it's something I do actually in my tribe, so is the movement. And it is so important to move from the body, not like you're trying to look good, right? So you move as your body please, and it becomes like a fluid movement when your body just amazes you. And I feel it's incredibly healing, because by observing the movement, you can also see like where you are at. So if you, for example, take a video of yourself and you see, like maybe there's like a little tweak, a little this and that, so you can actually use it as a guide to analyze, what's going on with you and how and the way you're moving. So I really love the wisdom of the body, especially the movement. So it's number one, something I really enjoy. Number two, I love my visualization. So I'm very visual person, and I love to just connect with my inner man, inner woman, and I just talk to them. And I have a little chat conversation. What do you need? How are you feeling? What can I do for you? How can I, like, what can I do to make things better? What can I be to be more closer to myself, and just questioning it and seeing what's going to come up. You might not receive the answers right away. It might be like just a little hint, but like listening and connecting, definitely. It could be meditation. And also something I touch base on, something I really love is the beauty aspect. So nurturing, for example, I love, this is how I connect to my inner woman. I love my dress ups. If I feel like a little bit of shitty, excuse my language, I just put on like beautiful dresses. Oh my gosh, like I'm in another world. It lifts me up, and I love to doll myself up, and it really works for me. Maybe not for everyone, but like I just love it. Like it's my home. It's like, like I feel like Alice in Wonderland. It really makes me happy. So it's about finding your own way, how you can express as a woman, and finding, like the joy in those it is huge, like a spectrum what the world is offering, like on the feminine. It could be drawing, it could be music, like everything creative. And also connecting to nature, of course. So walking barefoot, that's something that really works to me. And I love to have a little chat with Mother Earth as well. And like letting her to hold me, letting her to bring me what I need. And also when I'm letting go, she takes it all and she transforms it. So I found this incredible healing to work with the earth, and just just touching her could be gathering, I don't know, having fresh flowers. I could talk forever about this, so I'm just gonna stop right here. Thank you for such a great question.
Thank you for your great tips, and body movement, self-visualization. I put on some lipstick today because I was feeling a bit shitty and really just felt like tapping into something that was the beautification for myself. But you hit the nail on the head for me with nature. Oh my goodness, I love nature and the reflection of nature as the beautiful selves that we are. So I can't wait to hear what others also have been thinking. Joyita?
So other than going out in nature, like Adela said, I believe in yoga. So it is a practice that can help not only women, but men too, to connect with their bodies, with their emotions, and with their intuition. So it involves the physical postures, which we call asana, the breath work called the pranayama, and the meditation called dhyan. So all these three things, when we do, it can promote flexibility, strength, and balance. So when we encourage, we must encourage, and I always push myself to go in for some a mixture of all these three. Meditation, I am a big fan of meditation, but the body movements, the breath work, and the meditation, it is a heady concoction to connect with to embody the divine feminine. And other than that, what I also teach in my tribe meetings is that do a lot of journaling. It's a powerful tool. It is a very, very powerful tool for self-reflection. It helps you to process your emotions and it gives you a lot of clarity. So you need to set aside some time. So like we have time for our waking up, exercise, our work. Similarly, we have to set apart a time very religiously to do some journaling. So we always need not use any journaling prompts. Just do some creative writing, just write. And what I also do is that I get a lot of colored paper, different kinds of pen and sketch pen. So whenever I write, I like to doodle and draw it and make it as beautiful as possible. So I make my paper do the makeup.
I love that, honoring your daily pages as such, writing down your thoughts and things and feelings. And also the breath work is very important too. So love that you've brought that one up. Janaki, sorry, anything from yourself?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Once again, so much juiciness shared between you ladies. I love so much of what you shared. And yes, of course, one of the ways, the easiest ways of connecting with our divine feminine is being in Mother Nature, connecting with our Mother Nature. And also, I love, love, love journaling as well. I've had what I call my little manifestation journal, my angel journal. It's my connection with my divine, writing to myself. And so yes, so many beautiful tools, and also just many forms of creative expression. So, like you said, dance and letting ourselves connect with our sexual and our sensual energy, because we've had so much shame around that. And that is really where so much of our empowerment comes through. It's a portal of creation. And what I've remembered is, and this is through my own journey, because I used to unconsciously shame my sexual and my sensual energy. And I was like, oh my gosh, because shame is our me self, which is our subconsciousness, which is our feeling world. And that's silencing of who our inner essence of who we are. And in our sexual and sensual energy is about creativity, creation. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been shaming birthing creation. Oops. And when I had that realization, oh my gosh, I wrote a poem called The Rise of the Sovereign Phoenix. And it came through within a month after having a visualization of seen my multidimensional self on a dance floor when I decided to make love to myself. Because how are we able to be intimate with anyone else if we cannot be intimate with ourselves? And so one of my creative expressions is also singing. I sing my prayers daily. I go out, I place I sing a little sunrise song, and singing to just allowing myself to root, connect, feel my feet on the ground, feel the dew from the grass, and sing. I sing my prayers because I love the vibrational frequency, because we all are vibrational frequency. And I didn't even know, because I've been singing since I was a small child, my prayer songs. I grew up singing bhajans and singing Sanskrit singing. That was one of my ways of celebration and elevation. And anytime I'd feel scared, I would sing and I'd swing. So connecting with my inner child, because we're here to play and have fun. And recently I got to witness, was at a Parangi concert, amazing group. And I'm on the dance floor and I'm making energy bubbles and I'm throwing them into the audience. And as I'm making energy bubbles, I'm in my child innocent form, playing and having fun. And I go to someone and I go, hey, you want to play with me? Let's make some energy bubbles. And we're throwing them into the audience. And then I get someone else to play with me. And I said, guess what? Do you choose to play with me? I said, when we're in our play, we don't require the evidence from our outer world. And when we in our play, this is where our magic is. This is where miracles happen. And it happens instantaneously because we're connecting with our child self, our true essence of our being. We're here to play. And I have an acronym for play. Powerful love aligns you. And so the moment I said that, where I no longer was looking for evidence, I'm making an energy ball and I throw it into the audience. And someone throws it back to me, don't even know, a complete stranger. And it was immediate confirmation of when we stay in our play, because I have a song that's actually called I used to say Soul Sisters, and it's Soul Stars play. And our powerful love aligns you. And it's stay in your play and manifest your miracles. I stay in my play and manifest my miracles. I am my own miracle. I am my own miracle. And so remembering that we are the miracle, and remembering when we're in our play is the fastest way we manifest. Play is the fastest way we move through consciousness. We're here to play. And when we're in our play, that's where we're in our powerful love aligns you. So that is, some of my ways, as well as all of you, beautiful, what you have shared as well.
So if you didn't pick up any of those tips, everyone needs to watch it again, because there were plenty there from everybody. And Janaki, thank you for that beautiful song as well. I had a feeling that you were going to the song. I was like, oh, let's hear a little bit of a song. So thank you for sharing. That's beautiful. There's so much for individuals and self, which was fantastic tools. And thank you for sharing your personal journeys as well too, with what helps you connect with your divine feminine. I'd love to know how now we can support the rise of the divine feminine in society and in culture. So I'd love to know your thoughts about how we as a collective can do that, or how an individual can create a movement or a connection to it within society or culture. So Joyita, I feel like we're going to go to you first for this one, please.
Okay, so when I talk of embodying the divine feminine, I would also like to have the men with us. So the role of the men, I would like to, so because we talk of inclusivity, so we need these feminine aspects. The men can also benefit from embracing the feminine aspects of their nature, and how they can support the women in embodying their feminine, their divine feminine. So it is not like I said, it is not limited to women. So when men embrace their feminine aspects, they can also they can help to create a safe and supportive environment for the women, an environment where the women can express themselves, their emotions, they can explore their creativity. And by recognizing and honoring the sacred qualities of the feminine, the men can develop a deeper appreciation for the feminine aspects of their own nature. So there is going to be a greater balance. So why I'm talking about men is that women are already aware of this. When the men also get into this energy, so together we can co-create a better world, a balanced world. And whatever activities we discuss, like meditation, walk in the nature, it would be good if the men and women walked hand in hand to co-create and work towards this.
I absolutely 120% agree, Joyita, and that's so beautiful. I think with honoring that divine feminine within ourselves and then reflected it in others, and also supporting others in their reflection. So that was, yeah, something that's really beautiful. Let's go to Janaki to just mix it up and go around this way this time. We're going to get to you, Adela, too, very soon.
Oh my gosh, Joyita, when you said walk hand in hand and co-create together, I could feel, I call them God bumps. I feel that land in my body and it feels so amazing. And yes, that is what is being called forward. It's the integration of unity. And when our men allow themselves, people use the word vulnerable. I prefer the word more authentic and real and true and raw, and letting yourself connect with your feeling world. There's this armor that is around, especially around men, more so that they have to protect their feelings and they have to be strong and all this. And when they allow themselves to tap into their divine feminine energy and really feel and be real with what they feel, that's how we heal all those little perceived broken pieces and bring them back into wholeness. And so as our men allow ourselves to come back and integrate, and also letting, this is another important role that I have recently discovered, is our men are here to support us. And sometimes as us women, we think we got to do it all. And that's not the case. We are divinely supported. So it's again coming into the receiving and receiving the support of the masculine, of the structure, of our consciousness, and letting it integrate into one. And what I've also remembered, and this came through having my I am journey of I am divine union, is when the divine masculine and the divine feminine are, the divine masculine is supporting of the divine feminine and they're in harmony together. This is how we birth in our secure inner child. And that's what we all are asking for, is to be secure. There's no more healing to be done because we're already cured. We're already healed. And so allowing ourselves to really integrate that in. And it's okay to not be okay. We have this facade that we have to be okay all the time. And we think that everything has to be rainbows, butterflies, and sunshine, embracing all of life. That's what we're here for, is integrating it all, accepting it all, because all of us, it is all of us. And so some of the ways that it helps is just really be in tune with your body, first of all. And when your body requires rest, honor your body. There's sometimes, because we make up, we have to do, which is the masculine energy. And we're now really moved into that feminine energy of our being, letting the doing support who are being. Matter of fact, my husband's the one who planted that seed in me, as he told me, he goes, you're most powerful in your being self rather than your doing self. And I go, oh, okay. Because I made up that my value is everything I do. And really, it's your willingness to show up Show up fully, show up in your authentic self. Take the mask off and be who you are. Be your full expression of you and let your soul shine through. This is what I'm so passionate about for myself and supporting others with as well. And really tune in. Tune into those ebbs in the flow. Let yourself, we're not always in flow. And also remembering when we are in those moments of perceived contraction, that is a birthing of expansion. That's the moment that you allow yourself to go inward and slow down. Slow down and be with you. And there's times where I require to say, before I lay down, because I've made up if I'm not doing something, I'm being lazy. And I literally will say, I rest while God does God's best. And you can use whatever word, universe, source, creation, higher self, whatever word resonates with you. Wow, your highest self does God's best, because our little self is only the 5%. And we think we have to do it all. And it's what we don't know yet is where so much gold is. So really allowing yourself to cultivate with your being and supporting where you're being in every moment of now. If your body's feeling tired, take a rest. It's okay. So just really honoring what your temple is asking.
Beautiful, beautiful. And in doing that, you're obviously being able to reflect that to others, and that's how we can change the society and culture of some of the, I guess, limiting beliefs about us being in our empowerment or our divine feminine flow.
That is so true. And again, my husband now, excuse the profanity, and he said it so perfectly one time to me. He goes, drink your own fucking Kool-Aid. Instead of talking the talk, be the embodiment of your walk. And it came
Love
through
it.
because I was looking for inspiration outside of myself. And he goes, you are the walking inspiration. Stop looking outside yourself. And you are the embodiment of inspiration. You inspire the uninspired. And he goes, drink your own fucking Kool-Aid.
Sounds like you've got a divine masculine supporting you in your divine feminine.
I do. I'm grateful for him.
Wonderful. Thank you, Janaki. Adela, so much that I know that you are wanting to help society and look at the rise of the divine feminine in culture and society. So how can we support that as individuals and also as a collective?
Thank you. I just want to say I'm all buzzing. So thank you so much, ladies, Joyita and Janaki, what you said, because it brings me so much joy. I just feel like how I light up, and I'm actually warm from all of the beautiful words that I really felt deeply. So thank you for that. What can I add? I mean, well, I feel the journey, it always starts within ourselves, and we actually leading as example. Like we can switch the inspiration in someone else. So by being our, like highest, our best self, or whatever you want to call it, really showing up to yourself and starting with you. And I feel it will change automatically within others, because you feel that if your, let's say, most softest self, or I don't know how to explain it, but it is beautiful, like a feminine, like a compassion energy. You feel like how people actually kind of softening themselves as well. So it is so powerful. And I would like to talk about the aspect of compassion. So looking at others from this, like, I would call it like eyes, from my divine eyes. So really like a feeling, and like a feeling for the person rather than anything else. And honoring other women. This is something that I love to do. I would chase women to compliment her. This is something I like to do, especially on outfit or something like that. So letting other women to see that you see her and you appreciate her, that's so powerful. And it always made my day, and I bet it made her day. So those little things. And I would like to come back to the Mother Earth, because by honoring, like everything alive around us, if it's earth, if it's, I don't know, flowers, trees, really like even like I like to talk to them. I like to hug them. This is how I kind of transfer my love. And I feel this has to do with like letting the energy to circulate, you know, like giving and receiving, especially within nature. So those are the three main things I would like to point out. Yes.
Love that as well. And my goodness, there's so much here. I had so many questions, but we've sort of answered all of my questions inside of the questions. So we've probably got about room for one more question, and then I'm going to invite you to share any offers you have before we hand over to Sophia to also wrap up, because this hour has gone so quickly. I can't believe it. But I guess my last question would be, if we are all embracing the divine feminine, then what sort of, how do you envision, oh goodness, how do you envision a world that fully embodies the divine feminine? So what does that look like to you, and how does it differ from, I guess, from now, now from where we are to where we're going to be? And I'd really love you to just, you know, tap into what the world's going to look like, because I want to leave people with that beautiful image tonight before we leave. So I'm going to go back to Adela, if you like, because I'm going to mix it up, and then we'll go to Joyita, please.
This is a very interesting question, and thank you for kind of challenging me, because I can't imagine to see world in another way that is. I'm learning, and sometimes I'm going to be honest, I struggle with it, but I'm learning to accept how the world is and seeing it perfect, and, you know, loving the way it is now. And I feel it is important. Of course, there could be more softening, more compassion, more kindness around us. But I'm just on this journey to really, like, you know, like feeling and loving what is and seeing it as perfect.
I love it. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Adela. Joyita.
So I cannot imagine a world where there is no nurturing, there is no emotions, where there is something lacking. You know, there is lack, because we are meant to be abundant. So something which comes very naturally to us is to embody the divine feminine. But yes, there are times when we forget, and the best way to connect for me is with nature. Like in our culture, we call it Prakriti. Prakriti is the feminine aspect of Purush, which is the masculine aspect. Prakriti simply translates into the word nature. So connect to nature, something whenever we forget who we are divine. Let's forget the masculine and feminine part. We are all divine. Whenever we forget, let us go back to nature and just reclaim what is ours. Let us relearn or re-memorize what we are meant to be.
You make my heart sing with nature. I have a beautiful Art of Yin, which is talking about the art of nature, the art of the beauty of the mother. And the Art of Yin helps you transform your own emotions. So keep your energy in motion. Janaki, you probably like that. Energy in motion, emotion. And then really keep it in flow, and keeping it in flow using the elements is how I connect with that as well too. So thank you, Joyita, and I'd love to get that that word again from you in a moment about what nature is.
Prakriti.
Prakriti. I'll have to practice that one, but thank you. That's so beautiful, and the way that you say it is also very honouring and beautiful as well. So thank you. Janaki, any thoughts on what the world, how do you envision the world that embodies the divine feminine?
Oh my God, I love this question, because this is what I do in my I am journeys, is envision heaven. And that's what I would say is heaven, and allowing ourselves to be home in our bodies, be home in our feeling world. And this has been a dream of mine since I was a wee child, 6 or younger, and envisioning harmony, and where we're in harmony with all of nature, all of humanity, no more need for any war or conflict, because we're leading with our being, and the doing is supporting of who we're being. And this is actually what I'm now seeing so much, and I'm seeing this awaken in so many people, because I have now awakened it in me. And as we know, our world is the reflection of who we are, and the projection of what who we be is what we see. And so I'm witnessing this now. And it's being the ripple effect, allowing ourselves to be the ripple effect, creating tidal waves in creation. And it is heaven. Can you imagine a world where we're leading with compassion, where we are in full acceptance? And what I've remembered through my own journey is the more grace and acceptance I give others, I'm actually giving it to myself as well. And so the more grace and acceptance we give others, we're giving grace and acceptance for our world. And when we allow ourselves to be with the energy of grace and acceptance, this lights up the pathway for love. And love is the truth of who we all are. Love is really the truth, no matter what religion or what path you have. The truth, my mom raised me, truth is one, paths are many. It doesn't matter what path you choose, because the ultimate truth is love. And when we are leading with divine feminine, no matter male or female, what your physical form is, that's leading with your feeling world. That's letting the subconsciousness, in connecting with our super consciousness of all of creations. That's tapping in to the web and the mycelium of our earth, this connection that we're all interconnected. We're all connected, and it's so beautiful to witness. So this is an easy one for me to see, because I'm now seeing this, and I'm seeing this the more love and acceptance and grace I give myself, and trusting the process, trusting our flow. We may have a plan, and it's that beautiful dance between the two of having a plan and allowing your divine guidance. Because we get, as my husband once told me, is the moment you let go of the attachment of control is when you will receive prosperity and abundance greater than you ever could imagine. And I did that for my women's retreat. It was Sounds of the Soul. And I got to experience what true abundance and prosperity is, and letting every woman shine in the connectiveness, one thought, one heart, one mind, everything one, speaking the same words simultaneously, getting to witness our pure magic of who we are, taking the mask off and being in our authentic expression. So yes, this is easy for me, because this is what I'm now giving me, and I'm now seeing in my world as the more I give it to me.
That is beautiful. You're creating your ripple effect. That's wonderful. Thank you, Janaki. Oh, crikey. All right. Well, I've got some definitely food for my thoughts, and love from my heart, and my heart indeed is full. Sophia, do we have enough time to just go around quickly to let everyone give a short, if they can, description of what they've got coming up? Because we need to give some space and time to Sophia as well, because we've got some great things coming up with Sacred You, like our launch next week. So very excited to have that happening. But I run Sydney Tribe. So if anyone is in the Sydney area or is interested in finding out more about Sydney, I'd love you to come. We also have an online opportunity where you can connect online or in person as well. So 2 options for you there if you'd like to check out the Sydney Tribe. So let's go to Adela, because she's in Australia, and then we'll go beyond.
So I have an online tribe, which is Embodiment Woman Circle. And we're moving our bodies, we're doing healings and meditations, and we have a nice chat. and I'm running those on Tuesdays. So I'm having the next one. It's within 2 weeks time. So they're running fortnightly, and it is from 7:30 p.m. Sydney time.
Awesome. And Joyita, sorry.
So I am running this tribe called the Child Within, where we work on inner child healing, which is also fortnightly. So the next one is on 4th of May, and this is going to be from 3:30 p.m. AST.
Excellent. Thank you, and apologies. I just got a frog in my throat just as I was about to speak. Must be at that 8 o'clock mark. I've had my limit. Janaki, what have you got going on as well?
Yes, I have recently as well joined the Sacred You tribe, and I'm a tribe leader of Sounds of the Soul, which I didn't realize that's what my women's retreat would birth. And it's rooting in the sound soul, allowing ourselves to be our pure expression and letting our soul shine through. So that one is on Mondays, my time. We're going to change it to 4 p.m. Central Time, US. As far as the conversion. And then I also have a master class coming up as well on May 8th with the Sacred You community on being the alchemist, embracing all the rainbow colors of life. And then as I shared, I have an I Am journey of I Am, my Divine Mother's Love, and that is on May 5th at 7:30 Central Time, my time, and that is also virtual and in person. And this weekend I have a I Am Awaken. This is in person only, so if you live in Texas or choose to travel to Texas, I Am Awaken, and this is a galactic soul gathering, and we're rooting in our sacred love into our planet. We're actually planting a tree for our closing ceremony, and it's so much magic is already happening through that. And then I have a family resolutions, putting the you back in soul and making the decision to reunite with your divine mirrors of you. That's at the end of May. And that one is so precious because my family is so precious to my heart. And the most important work we do is within our own 4 walls of our home, our body, and the walls that surround us. So that's what I have going on as of now. I have a lot.
That you do. Thank you so much. Everybody has such a lot to share as well, from what they've had through conversation tonight, through energy that we've been able to do little energy bubbles with our voices tonight as well too. So thanks, Janaki, for that. And also for what Sacred You also provides with the community, obviously letting you contribute and participate in these kinds of conversations. So apologies if we didn't get to any questions. I hogged it all with the questions, but do catch another panel and also contribute that way. So it's out for me. Thanks very much for having me as the host, and thanks to my wonderful panelists. Over to you, Sophia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone's muted. Thank you, and thank you, Bex, so much for facilitating a wonderful panel. I've been listening here and in the background, doing things, listening to everyone sharing their passion and their knowledge all about the divine feminine and even the masculine, you know, embodying everything and how we can do it. And I love what everyone said, which is great. And congratulations, Bex, for you facilitating the very first panel. Wow, thank you. And we've already mentioned all our tribes. So for everyone who is watching, whether you're watching the live or the replay, do click on the links below to connect with all these wonderful panelists who have given an hour of their time to share their passion. And also come and join us. Come and join us online, or come and join us in our community, because our sacred community is all about connecting, but on such a deeper level, whether it's connecting to your higher self, connecting to each other, to heart-centered people, to connecting to others who are on a spiritual path, and also connecting to your sacred feminine or divine masculine, or all the yin and yang of both. Join us now just for $1 Australian. You've got 3 weeks to trial everything out, to come to Joyita's Inner Child Tribe, Adela's Embodied Women's Circle, and Janaki's The Sound of the Soul Tribe. Plus, we've got over 20 other tribes, 26 tribes, something like that, that you can come to just for $1 Australian dollar. After that, it's only 15 Australian dollars a month. However, very quickly, it's only 15 Australian dollars until we launch. And this is what we're very excited about. On the 20th of May here in Australia, the 19th for the US, we are launching. And coming up next week, we start 15 events, 11 masterclasses, and 4 more panel discussions that all our beautiful people here tonight are facilitating. Joyita's facilitating the forgiveness panel, freedom to forgive. Adela is all about the embodied women and movement, and of course Janaki has mentioned the Alchemy panel. There's more descriptions on that, and they're masterclasses. Sorry, not panels. I'm getting confused. See you later. And Bex is facilitating another panel discussion. All the details are on the link in the comments. Thank you for joining us. Really, it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to connecting with everyone again sometime soon.
Thank you so much. Thank you.